Hey men, Todd with Empowered Men Coaching. Hope you guys are doing great. I want to talk to you today about a concept called eat the frog. And I think this is a habit. Eating the frog is a habit. And it's a habit that builds confidence pretty quickly. So there's this concept that every day, if you eat your frog or eat the frog, you move your life forward. And the frog is that thing that's important to do. And there's a bazillion other things that get in the way of doing it. And you put it off, and we're going to talk about all of these reasons. But it's the thing that you keep avoiding. It's the thing that you know if you would do it, it would move your life forward. It would get you closer to where you want to be. It'd help you show up more how you want to show up. I mean, it's all of those things. Whether it's exercise, whether it's decisions, whether it's conversations, they're just things, right? It's your frog. So the idea is every day, eat your frog first. So I think this came from Mark Twain. And basically, I think what he said is something like, if it's your job to eat a frog, the best time to do it is first thing in the morning. I mean, basically, a frog maybe is something you don't want to eat, but contextually, a frog is that thing you don't really want to do. And you keep putting it off. And so the idea is let's do it first thing. And it's not that it's impossible to do, it's just it's uncomfortable to do. So it could be like a conversation you don't want to have, a decision that's been circling around in your head for months that you're not making. Maybe it's updating your resume. Or maybe it's, having a hard conversation with your partner, or maybe setting a boundary that you've been avoiding. It could be any of these things. But what it always is it's important. It's something that needs to be done that's important for you. Oftentimes, it's emotionally uncomfortable. And it's easily avoidable. It's not something you can just, put off. And it's something directly tied to your growth. So, what I want you guys to recognize is you and I don't put those things off because we're lazy. Generally, we put them off because there is an emotion attached to doing it. And somehow it's an uncomfortable emotion. So what happens is we want to avoid it, because the reality of it is, as men, we were never really taught how to sit in discomfort. What we were taught was how to push through, how to stay busy, how to handle things quietly, and, above all, don't screw anything up. So when that's running through our brains, it oftentimes makes eating the frog difficult. What happens is fear comes up, or uncertainty, or the possibility of getting it wrong. And I think physically, the nervous system just starts to, freak out a bit and just say, let's deal with this later. It's too much going on. And when you get that feeling, when you know you need to be doing something that's important, the frog, attending to it, you do other things. You check your email, you scroll, you stay busy, you help other people, you do whatever it is you need to do so you don't have to eat that frog. But this is what a lot of guys don't see. Every time you avoid the frog, your confidence is leaking out. Just a little bit at a time. Just leaks out slowly. You trust yourself less. You feel behind in some way because you're not addressing the frog. Basically, I think there's a low-grade stress. I mean, if you're like me, and I do that, if I don't eat my frog, that stress follows me all day long. And it's not a motivational problem. It's more of a self-trust problem. How is this going to work? How is it going to go? How am I going to handle it? So let's flip it. Let's say that you do the thing you don't want to do. You do it early. You're intentional about it. Just that act of taking action and moving towards it, something changes. I mean, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, even if you only spend 10 minutes when you intended to spend an hour, you're sending a message to yourself. And the message is, I can handle discomfort. I don't need to avoid this. And I trust myself to show up. And those are powerful messages for your brain to hear, for the story to be created about who you are. Essentially, that's confidence. And it's confidence that isn't hype. It's confidence that's evidence-based. You're in action. You're doing. One hard thing done early, it will remove the weight for the rest of the day of whatever else you're carrying. And once that weight is gone, everything else feels lighter. So I think eat your frog is a powerful concept, especially for men who feel stuck. If you feel stuck right now, if you feel burned out, or if you're just not sure of your next move. I mean, this is how I coach men, right? And how you can tell what your frog is just at the end of the day, ask yourself this question. What's the one thing tomorrow that I least want to do, but I most need to do? That's your frog. So, tomorrow, in the morning, you do it. You do it before email. You do it before social media. You do it before helping anyone else. You don't multitask. You just start on this one thing, on your frog. And man, you don't need to finish it perfectly. You just need to engage with it. And I think what you may realize, a lot of times the frog isn't an actual task. The frog is a decision you need to make. And I don't know how you feel about it, but like with me, oftentimes decisions are much more draining of my energy than, having to take action and having to do something physically. But that's what I help men with, is the process of identifying decisions that you may be avoiding and they're draining your energy, finding out what's going on. So what I have come to believe and understand in talking with so many men is, what your frog is. That's not the problem. The problem is you just don't see, what you don't see clearly is why you're avoiding it, or what the story is about yourself in it to eat the frog. And that's an important part of this process, is getting clarity around that. Makes it easier to eat, easier to do. And one of the things I love about coaching is that it just gives you the space and place to slow it down, to name it, identify it, understand it, and stop carrying it. At least stop carrying it alone, like, it's all in your head. Just getting it out and verbalizing it. So I know that what's true in coaching is that men, you, me, we don't need more pressure. We don't need more pressure on stuff. I think what's important, what we need, what I need, I hope maybe what you need, is clarity, structure, accountability without judgment. Those are so important. They just make things easier, more fluid, feel better, getting stuff done. And ultimately, that's how your confidence is rebuilt. It's just one honest action at a time. So here's the takeaway. Eat the Frog isn't about productivity and about how much you can get done. It's about choosing courage over comfort. Once a day, every day, once a day, eat your frog. One conversation, one decision, one step you've been avoiding. Yeah. So if this hits home, drop a comment. Let me know what frog it is that you're eating or that you're choosing not to eat. And, if you'd like more conversation, we can talk about how to stop circling that same thing and putting yourself in motion moving forward. It's a beautiful day here. I hope you guys are having a great one. I'm Todd with Empowered Men Coaching. Have a great day. Ciao.